Hi, this is Grandma Gloria, and I'm coming to you with another wow recipe. This is called a strawberry mud pie. Now, I was brought up making mud pies in the mud, but this is different. It is totally delicious. Now, this pie, or casserole, whatever you want to say, it's a pie, have 3 layers. First layer start off with flour, butter, that's the crust, and pecans under that crust. Now, if you're allergic to nuts and things like that, let's put this to the side. It will still be delicious with just the butter crust. But if you're a nut person like me, you want the pecans. That's the first layer. The second layer, cream cheese. Now, it called for, originally, whenever I make recipes and it need more, I'll add more. It started out with 1 8-ounce cream cheese and a cup of sugar and no eggs whatsoever. But I wanted more than what it said, so I added another cream cheese. The sugar stayed the same. And I added 2 eggs because I've made too many cheesecakes to know if you want to make it smooth and light, you have to have your eggs. That's the second layer. The third layer, well, there's really 4 layers. The third layer is bladed strawberries. I haven't put the glaze on yet. That's going to come a little later. And you top it off with your Cool Whip or whatever they call this, Dream Whip, Cool Whip. So we gonna get this started. I got this glove on because I'm going to do the crust. And I'm using a pastry cutter, but it won't do it all, especially when I start putting my pecans on. I have to have my gloves, and I didn't want to use my bare hands, which that would be all right if I were making this video. So here's my pastry cutter. Now, it's not going to do it all. So eventually, I'm going to have to use my hand because I want it into crumbs, which the pastry cutter don't fulfill it like I want to, especially when I start doing the pecans. So this becomes a very crisp crust that adds to this delicious strawberry pie. Now, eventually, I'm going to substitute, if I make this again and again and again, I'm going to substitute the strawberries with apples. Same thing, but just with apples. Then I will substitute it also maybe with pineapple. Same process, just different fruit. And even with cherries, it would all work the same. But I think the pineapple and the apple would be totally delicious. Now, this is where I would put my hand in it because I want that butter to really be saturated into this flour. Now from that, I'm going to put in, it calls for original, it called for a cup and 1/4. I got a cup and a half. I love nuts. And the only time you have to put this in the stove is to roast your pecans and to bake out the dough. So you take all of this, see how fast it was? Take all of this, put it in the pan, and kind of saturate it around the pan like that. I made this just for a test run. It was so good, and the crust was so thin, and I love that. I said, I got to increase the flour, I got to increase the nuts, and that's what I did. So right here, this is where we take it to the oven, 350, and let this bake for 25 minutes. Since I added more flour, 25 minutes. I want this even. I don't want it to be high on one side and low on the other. So, we're gonna take this bad boy over to the stove. I'll do this. That's kind of big side. Okay, I just taken out my pecan butter crust. It's got to cool down. This is still hot. But while that is cooling down, like I said, I baked it, the pecans and the crust for 25 minutes. Now we're gonna make this.
How long does it need to cool down, Grandma?
Since it's a glass pie dish, it's still hot, 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. All right, we're going to make the second layer. This is the first layer. Second layer, I'm going to do 2 Philadelphia cream cheese. And I don't like to waste anything. This is a cup of sugar. Let me get my other cream cheese. And I got 2 eggs to go in there. So 2, and 1 English sugar. 1 cup of sugar. And we're gonna blend this up, make it real nice and smooth. 2 eggs, 2 Philadelphia. You don't have to use no vanilla flavor like you do in the cheesecake, because the strawberry is the dominant flavor in this. You want this nice and smooth. Now that's the consistency that I want. I'm going to let that stand for a spell. This is still warm, but I'm concerned about another 10 minutes on the casserole dish. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I can pick this up and it's cool enough. So this is the second layer. You're going to really enjoy this dish. This is a perfect summer dish. Let's see, even if some of the pecans come up into that, that's fine, because we're gonna have another layer to go on top of that. And that's not enough, so we're gonna use all of this. So if you like cream cheese, if you do it with 1, it's fine. But I can't just do it with 1. I got to have 2 cream cheese. See how easy that was? And we're not gonna leave anything. I'll put it all in. That's that. Now the next layer, we got the glaze to go on the strawberries. I may need 2, may not need but 1. So we're gonna start off with this here. I'm talking about like strawberries and whipped cream and cream cheese. Yes, I think I'm going to use a little more.
I think that looked good, how it is, right there.
Yes, it is. It's coming together. I don't need that other one.
Ooh, that looks scrumptious.
All right. Now, you're going to spread this on top of this. We'll put it in rolls where we don't have to. And if you have any left, you don't throw it away. You take little crooks and put in some whipped cream on top of that and let the kids eat it. So, it's kind of skimpy there. So all you have to do, spread it on like that. Okay, and from here, the final topping is, I need a paper towel, is your whipped cream. And my oh my, this is so, I do it this way. So delicious. Oh my God. Delicious. No, it's not too much. Yes, you will gain about 10 pounds, but you can go to the gym and work it off. You know. All right, let's spread this bad boy. And I'm gonna taste some, and I'm gonna let my grandson taste some. But I know I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
This
I can
is
tell.
a beautiful.
It's gonna be banging.
This is a beautiful. I did this for Valentine's. So when that special lady bring you your special dish, you can just break out in a song singing it to her. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? My Valentine baby. Who would have thought that I could have someone lovely as she? Isn't she lovely? My baby. I just want you all just to decorate it just a little bit. And if I still had some pecans, I will sprinkle a little bit on that. But anyway, we got to try this. Now after it's all said and done, you need to put it in the refrigerator to chill. So I'm going to get a taste. Give my grandson a taste. Okay. I want you to, okay. You want to taste this?
Sure, Grandma. I'll go ahead and give it a try right now.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. It's very delicious.
I need to taste it.
It definitely needs to cool so that the cream cheese part, it can get a little bit more like thick, you know. But I love it with the crust. Oh man, that crust is good. Surprisingly, the crust, the pecans don't really like. It just make it more crunchy. Cause I don't really like pecans, but it's that crust. It mixed so perfect with it. It just make it extra crunchy. It's actually really good. I like it. And I mean, y'all know I love strawberries. You can't go wrong with strawberries.
This is totally delicious.
Totally delicious.
You put the pecan crust in the oven so it can toast the pecans. You don't want them in there raw. But once you make this dish, you would make it over and over and over again. But all the seasonings have not blended. But I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna show you what I made 2 days before. Bringing it out. I know it's gonna be a long video. I made it exactly the same. Now this bad boy, all the seasons together, I was just gonna taste the Kona. I ate that all by myself, and I was supposed to be on the diet. But once you let it sit in the refrigerator, and all the seasons go together, don't be at home by yourself. You're gonna eat half of it before you present it to your family. So like I said, don't cheat. Let it, serve it on your table. And that'd be the first time you taste it, because my goodness, I've never did that. Oh my God. Please, try this strawberry mud pie. See you next time.